All right, all right. Hey guys, welcome. Happy Friday, everybody. We made it. We made it to Friday. How's everybody doing? Is everybody excited for the weekend? Weekend. Oh my god, it's almost August. Isn't that crazy? Time flies. Where is the time going? Oh my goodness. Well, guys, welcome to today's live stream. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for hanging out. We have another Nichol Kessinger live stream. We are going to continue with Unmasked True Crime since you guys have requested it. So we're just going to go ahead and just do the entire series and finish it up. Why not, right? Why not? But yes, I'm here again with my stupid hat. you know, sometimes, I don't really have that much time on my hands anymore because I have so many projects going on. But I still do try my very best to check comments, reply to comments, and do all of that. And every so often I'll check back on the older comments because they kind of just pop up, right? And so I'm like, yeah, let's just go ahead and look at the older videos. So I'm just looking at the comments of older videos, and every once in a while, you'll see some haters in there. And I do love haters. Haters are the best thing because that means that you're doing something right. But I have found something very interesting about the haters is that they all just hate my hat for some reason. It's so weird. Uh, the things that they have to say about me are either I'm annoying, or they just hate my hat. It's so weird. What's wrong with my hat? So anyway, I'm just like reading through these comments and I'm looking through and wondering what is it with these people and my hat? They just despise it for some reason. It's like they can't say anything else about me. So they just say, you know what? I hate that stupid hat that you wear on your head. The other weird thing is that they all come up with weird theories, right? I'm seeing a lot of the haters on that side come up with weird theories about my scalp, or my head. They're like, why is she hiding? I wonder why she's always wearing a hat. She's probably hiding something under it, right? They probably think I have Chris Watts's same hairline or something, or that I'm completely bald under my hat, and that these are just, this is just fur that I removed from a raccoon down the street. No. Is it really that hard to believe that I just like wearing hats? And I have said it before. I wear this hat because it fits this better. When I put it on, it's so secure and I can move around and it doesn't really feel like it's falling off my head. I really just like wearing hats. I really do. And as you guys know, I was also in a terrible accident where I hit a deer. I cut my forehead wide open. And when I go out into the sun, I always wear sunscreen and I always wear a hat because I'm protecting my skin. And at this point, I'm protecting the scar. I want it to heal nice. But yeah. Anyway, I just wanted to throw that out there. I just really find it so weird. They hate my hat. What's wrong with my hat? It's nice. I look at it and I'm like, oh, I think it's okay, right? I wash it. I wash my hat. I don't know what they're complaining about. I guess they just really want to see my full face and full like head of, full fur so they can talk shit about that. I don't know what it is, but anyway. I just thought it was interesting. I was just reading through some comments earlier today, and I'm like, oh, here are some more of the hat comments. Strange. People are so strange. Yeah, my hat is my signature. I mean, it really is. Even my emojis have the hat on, right? Like I made sure that the emojis match the hat. Even the hat on the emojis have the same design as my real hat. It's like a military, camo design. So even my emojis have it. It's just, it's just what I wear. But, people just people just want to talk shit. Yeah, I do wash it. It's like I wash it. Right now it's actually laundry day today, right? It's laundry day. After this, I'm gonna have another live stream, and then after that live stream, I'm gonna wash it. you know, I wash it every so often. Because the thing is, I only wear this hat for my live streams. I wear other hats for other things. I have a fuck ton of hats. I love hats. Yeah, it's a thinking cap. Yeah. Yeah. This is where all the ideas live. They're all just in here. Yeah, that's the secret, guys. I don't actually have a brain. My brain is the hat. So ridiculous. Anyways, just keep these people wondering, right? I'll just keep them wondering. It's actually that my skull. I don't have a skull, right? This part, this part of my cranium is completely gone. It's just a brain just sticking out. It's like boom, boom, boom. It's like pulsating. Yeah, that's why I wear a hat. Scary. Oh man. Uh, but yes, yeah, there's always gonna be a hater out there or somewhere. We're adding to the hater list all the glory holes and all the other people, so it's fine. I like it. I don't mind. Like I said, it tells you you're doing stuff right, correct? Yeah, who hates a hat? I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, like I said, right? It's what else are they gonna hate on? I guess they're just like, let me just talk shit about that stupid hat that she wears. I hate it. Okay, sorry, but anyway. Here, let's go ahead and dive into this video. This is the fourth interview of Nichol Kessinger, and it is the analysis by Unmasked True Crime. So, yeah, let's go ahead and dive into this video. Oh my goodness.
Come up with a name for you. Let me ask you this. There was some attachments that when I was looking at some of your phone stuff today, although very limited.
Oh, what's going on? Oh, it's forwarded all the way. Okay, here, let's go. Let's do it again.
Hey guys, it's part 4 of the Unmasking NK series. In addition to going over this phone interview, I'm also going to incorporate some of the new stuff that's come out as far as the missing chapter from the Letters from Christopher book pertaining to NK. I'm also going to include our opinions on July 14th due to the response that we got from part 3. So this will be the 4th interview plus some bonus material. We try to steer clear of conjecture for the most part. However, you'll notice we bring up some of the same points in each part as they come up again and again across these interviews. In this part, I will throw out a few theories that we have. However, as always, we're here to present the information for you in a consolidated manner so you can decide. The entire purpose of this series is not to accuse her of anything. We know that there are so many agendas going on and lies being told that it makes getting to the bottom of things very difficult.
Yeah, right. So the thing is, we're not really accusing her of anything. She did it all on her own. Right? That's the whole point of this is no one's accusing her just because. There is all this evidence against her and she did it all on her own, right? It's the interview, it's all the lies, it's her Google searches before and after. All of this is why we are looking into her. We're not really just accusing her just because we just don't like her face. No, it's not that. It's that we have all this evidence against her. Ugh. You're actually NK in disguise with the hat. You caught me. Oh no, where's Hazel? Hazel, I need your help. You guys caught me. I am Nichol Kessinger. No, I'm not. Oh my goodness, can you imagine? Yeah. I was thinking about doing that. I actually was. I was thinking about putting the exact same hat up for purchase so that we can all be hated the same. So that all the twatters can look at you guys and be like, why are they wearing that hat? I bet their hairline looks like Chris's. Right, or whatever they want to say. I saved my hate for NK. All right, let's continue.
Have the DA on this case saying that it's not a witch hunt and that they stopped investigating her when Chris pled guilty. Our ultimate.
That is so crazy. See, that is the part that I'm really focusing on for the documentary is how, as soon as Chris Watts was given this plea deal, all of a sudden, Nichol Kessinger's investigation stopped. So everything into her, looking into her phone logs, looking into her deleted Google searches, looking into her phone pings, all of that was completely dropped. Everything stopped as soon as Chris was given a plea deal and he accepted it. How? And then Rourke wants to tell us that we are the ones doing a witch hunt. Oh, no, sir. You were the one that stopped investigating this woman, given all of this evidence against her. We're not the ones who are doing this witch hunt. It is what you did that made the public wonder, why did you stop investigating her? With all of these mountains and mountains and piles of evidence against her. That's the issue here. Can we agree? I don't know. Not a witch hunt. Exactly. Not a witch hunt if it's true. Not a witch hunt if we have a ton of evidence against her. I would definitely understand if there was nothing against her and we just didn't like her simply, based on the fact that she's a homewrecker. I would totally get it. I'd be like, yeah, there's definitely nothing. We're really trying here. We're reaching. No. Who Googles Shanann in 2017 and then says, oh, I never even met her. I don't even know what she does for a living. BS. You don't Google someone and then annihilate an entire family and then pretend like you never knew them when you've been Googling them before you even met them. It's like these are the little things that we are wanting answers to. Ay. All right, let's continue.
My goal is just to know that at least it was investigated. So that right there, coupled with the fact that there are so many lies and contradictions and things that were covered up, it just makes people continue to wonder even a year later, and it just feels unfinished.
Right, it feels unfinished. It is unfinished. Yeah, exactly. Deadline. All of this is intentional. Apparently, the government stops investigating. Yeah, the funds stop as soon as the plea deal is reached. Yeah. And, all of this is what we were saying yesterday, right? There is an entire method to that madness. As soon as a plea deal is reached, the funding for the investigation stops and, you reach a guilty verdict and you move on with your life. However, the public still wants answers. And when we stop investigating and we care mostly about budgeting and time and people's careers, then we really stop caring about the victims and the thing that we as a public say, oh, we care about victims. Oh, we care about children. Well, if we really do care about victims and children, then why aren't we investigating fully, right? These are the things that I want change to. I want answers to all these questions. Why? Why is it that when a pregnant woman and her children get murdered, all of a sudden it's like, oh, it's okay. We it's bad that happened, but let's go ahead and just speed this up because we don't have the budget for it or whatever, right? It's just, to me, it makes no sense. Anyway, let's continue.
So regardless of how much time has passed and that Chris is in jail, people still feel like they need the full truth. And had the full truth been told from the beginning, things may not have gone this far and people might have moved on in some ways or not be as focused on others. But as we know, many steps were taken for the exact opposite. So, my sympathy only goes so far. So let's start with the phone interview between NK and Agent Kobach on August 21st, 2018 at 6:45 p.m. Agent Kobach sounds like he's home from a long day at work and making some dinner in the background at some points and mistakenly thinking he's going to get some new information that's useful to the investigation.
Yeah. So they're trying to get information that is useful to the investigation, except Nichol Kessinger did not give any useful information. All she did was ramble on and on and on and on. And in this investigation or, in this interview, she all she ever does is talk about herself. She's just fishing for information yet again. Right? So none of it is really helpful.
NK begins the call by asking Agent Kobach the name of what, quote, she sold. He tells her that it's called Thrive. She then proceeds to throw some shade at Shanann by saying that she never understood it because she doesn't understand, and this is a quote, how people who are living sedentary lifestyles and have poor diets were losing so much weight on it.
Yep. Yeah. See, this is what Nichol Kessinger likes to say. It's like a little dig at Shanann, right? How is it that people living sedentary lifestyles, they don't move, they just kind of sit around? How is it that they're losing so much weight? Because I am in the fitness community. I'm always at the gym, right? She's definitely throwing little jabs at Shanann there, right? With the Thrive patches. She has a thing for this, right? She hates Thrive. She hates anything that was relating to Shanann. So crazy. Very, very petty. Oh, man. Yeah, I think her family did want the death penalty. Yeah. Evil people responsible will face justice. Well, we want justice here, right? Yeah. I'm not okay with just that type of justice. I want justice that I can see right now. Right? the justice that we claim to fight for here in our society. And so, but I definitely do wonder. I do wonder how much convincing it took for Shanann's family to agree to this plea deal. It does make me wonder. All right, let's continue.
The next part, which is almost comical despite the situation, is that apparently at one point Chris tried to sell her the Thrive patches and she wasn't having it. And then she tells Agent Kobach that she's not even trying to lose weight. She doesn't need to lose weight. And so she wasn't interested. Something I've noticed listening to these so many times is NK always starts out the interviews with a very sullen, depressed tone. And within about 30 seconds to a minute, it's completely gone and she's back to her normal self.
Yep.
She talks about how much.
Yes, isn't that true? Isn't that so true? She always starts with, Kevin, I'm so hungry. You know, the thing is, I've been so sick and it's just been making everything so much worse. That's probably why I can't remember things. And then 10 seconds later, she's like, yeah, what do you want to know? Let me know because we need to get to the meat of this whole situation. His cheese slid off his cracker. This is the spot. I removed it. Right? She goes from being sad and depressed and in pain to being her normal self. I removed it. All of it is just a performance for me, right? What do you guys think? Oh man. The thing is with Nichol Kessinger, everything, even you don't even have to watch her. You can tell that she's acting. You can hear it in her voice. She's like, nah. All of it is an act. You don't have to see her. All right, let's continue.
Weight that Chris has lost, and she knows the exact amount. It's 13 pounds, I believe, and she has the exact dates of the time that he lost the weight. And she then implies to Agent Kobach that he was doubling up the patches, and she's not wrong here that he was wearing 2 patches, but I did talk to some of my friends who use Thrive, and Chris was wearing the DFT Duo patches. That particular line has 2 patches.
Wow, look at this. He's double patching. All right. So we've heard Nicole try and blame Thrive before. And this is the interview where she does that, right? She's like, it was the Thrive. I think that he was probably double patching, maybe triple patching. I don't know. I didn't see it. Maybe he hit it in between his cheeks. I couldn't see it. Right? She's blaming everything except herself and the influence that she had over Chris. Here he is with the 2 patches. So this is the duoing, right? So here, let's go ahead and see this here. It says, what is duoing? It's this. Apparently this particular patch comes with 2 of them. Look at Chris. Oh God, he's so pathetic. Look at even his tattoo. What is this? What is that? Anyway, he's wearing these 2 patches and he thinks he looks so cool. But anyway, this is the stuff that Nichol Kessinger wants to talk about. The Thrive patches. Oh, he was so weird. Oh, he wouldn't even sleep. He would keep me up all night. I think it was the Thrive. It was the Thrive. Oh my gosh, there's just so much caffeine in those things. He's always awake. Was he on crack? Right? She's asking all kinds of ridiculous questions. No, it's not the Thrive. It's not the Thrive.
So she may not have known that, but he was wearing them properly. This next part is interesting for a couple of different reasons. The first time I ever read Discovery a year ago, this stood out to me as well. When she mentions going over there and setting up his MyFitnessPal app, and it kind of fits together, again, it's all pieces of a puzzle, as you know, and you've got her version and his version, and then you've got the Discovery, and you have to like you do with everything, you have to figure out, because they both lie.
Yep, they both lie.
What fits,
constantly.
which version of the truth fits. If you remember from the other video.
Oh man, here, let's go ahead and see this photo again. Look at him. He's lifting. Oh, look, I'm lifting this 5. Ugh, so heavy. What is he lifting? Like 30? It looks like maybe 25 or 30. And he's struggling. Poor guy. He's so weak.
What fits, which version of the truth fits. If you remember from the other videos, NK had gone on a birthday trip to the mountains, and I believe it started on June 29th, and then she says she got back on July 3rd, which is her actual birthday. And Chris did not have to work on July 4th. He had the day off. So
Wow. Look at his potato head.
he stayed the night at NK's house on July 3rd, on her birthday. And the next morning is the morning that he woke up and he had 10 calls from Shanann. Shanann was pissed, and he went in, and NK was in the shower, and he said he had to go because Shanann was mad. And NK, this is according to Chris, that NK, this is the first time she got really mad and she didn't want to come.
Oh, look at this. Notice she has a heavy coat on. We call March as a better possibility. Oh, she does have a heavier coat on. But see, the thing is, with Nichol Kessinger, she also wears really long sleeve, like long sleeve, like, I don't know what to call them, track sweaters or track tops. I don't know what they are, but they're long sleeve, and she wears them in the summertime. She wears them in July and August. So, I mean, who knows? Maybe she just runs cold. But I do think that she started Anadarko in February. If again, and this is just basing it off of her contract term. So her contract started in February, it ended in August. That is 6 months. And so if her contract was 6 months, we can just backtrack, and it would put us in February, around February, March. So is it possible? It's possible, right? It's possible that they met before that, possibly at work. Other people have other theories that maybe they met at one of those hospital events or something like that. But if we are going to go back in time, I think that they met earlier at work, but they probably weren't talking yet. Nichol Kessinger really started, throwing her tendrils out there, right? Her arms, right? Just reaching over, trying to pull Chris out. And that was around June when she sent in that email that we were looking at yesterday. I think that is when she definitely set her eyes on him. But I don't know, you guys, what do you think? You guys let me know. Actually, here, let's go ahead and do a poll. Let's start with a poll. When do we think they met? Okay. I really want to see what we think. When? Okay, when did Chris and NK meet? All right, so the first one is going to be February / March, right? So that's when her contract started. Okay, and then in June during the email. In 2017 at a hospital event, right? I think that's the one that a lot of people think. But then there's another one. A lot of people think that they met at the gym, right? Or at the gym. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and do this poll. All right. There we go. The tentacles. When did Chris Watts and NK meet? February or March when NK started? In June, right? So June timeframe during the email, in 2017 during a hospital event, or at the gym? At the gym in 2017. Sorry, I forgot to put 2017 on there. But yeah. Yeah, when do we think? Yeah. Leave 24-hour fitness alone, right? Yeah, she wants people to leave the gym alone. At the hospital, okay. Yeah, a lot of people think they met at the hospital, which makes sense. I see why. I do understand the theory. It's because there's a photo of Nichol Kessinger on those ropes, and there is an event that was being held, and that's where they worked, right? So it does make sense. It makes sense. She read about the couple in 2015. She read about that couple in 2015. Really? Where? I think she scoped out the men. Oh, what was that? What was that? What was that comment? I think she scoped out the men when she started working. I think so too. I do. I do. I agree with you. I'm a crazy. I'm a crazy too. I'm crazy too. Yeah, I agree with you. I think that as soon as she started working, she started scoping them out, and she was like, "Okay, I like him. Hmm He's a little attractive. Oh my god, I like his potato-shaped head though. Oh my god, ah, I really love potatoes. Vodka is my favorite." And I think that's how she set her eyes on Chris. And for Chris, it was the other way around, right? For Chris, he saw her and he's like, "Oh my god, you remind me of my favorite sock, my first love, my old raggedy sock." Can you imagine? Nicole Kessinger is like, "I remind you of your first love, your sock." Oh, that is so sweet, so romantic. Oh, goodness. She's okay being reminded of his sock. That is so sad. Oh my. At the mental hospital. Yeah, they met at the insane asylum. Yeah. All right, guys, let's continue.
Second, and she didn't want him to go. So she did her first little test and kind of said, well, then fine, I don't think, we should spend the rest of the day together. And Chris, being Chris, was like, okay, and left. Then, according to him, she showed up at his house later that day. One thing that's always bugged me about this is she can't remember how she entered the home when she.
Oh my. This is I'm so glad I'm seeing someone else bring this up. I don't think I've seen this in another video. Yeah, how does no one remember how you entered a home? How do you not remember? She is asked, "Okay, when you went over to Chris's house for the first time, where did you go in through?" She's like, I don't remember really. I think maybe through the front door. I don't know. It could have been the garage. I'm not really sure. How is that possible? There's really only one way to enter someone's home, and that's through the door, right? And so, if you're going to someone's house for the first time, you don't think you're going to remember where you entered through? The chimney, the window, the wall, right? Where did you go in through? Did you have to dig a hole and get in like, Pablo Escobar? Like, I gotta get in. And in his case, he's trying to get out, right? But this is Nicole trying to get in. She doesn't remember? How does she not remember? Was it the front door, lady? Or was it the garage? Or did you get in through the back? Or was it a window? The basement, maybe? She doesn't remember. I think that was the biggest giveaway, is that she doesn't remember. That's so ridiculous. How do you not remember? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, she didn't want to pinpoint herself. 100%. How do you not remember? Ah, that is so strange, isn't it? I think it's so clear to me, at least to me, that she's lying.
She went over there on the 4th of July. I think she says that she thinks she went through the front door, but I always wondered why the camera didn't pick her up on the 4th. So she goes in, she sits on the wet carpet because he had just, if you remember, he just cleaned them. So
Yeah. Remember, Chris had just cleaned the carpets. This is all on July 4th, mind you. Okay. Here, let's go ahead and pull up the calendar. Okay. This is July 4th that we're talking about here. Okay. July 4th. The same day that she had her little meltdown, the same day that Chris Watts woke up at her apartment, and the same day that Shanann was calling him and asking him, "Why aren't you picking up the phone? It's already late. The girls want to talk to you." And he's like, "Oh my God, I got to go home." So then Chris goes home. Nichol Kessinger follows him. She doesn't know where she goes in through, but she does remember sitting on the floor because Chris had just cleaned the carpet. Okay, so now that means that Chris left her apartment, went straight to his house, and immediately started cleaning. Like like immediately, right? Like as soon as he got there, he starts cleaning, power washing, whatever he's doing, the carpet. Which is why Nichol Kessinger says that he moved the furniture to the front of the door so she couldn't get in through the front door. Okay? Are we tracking? And then she says, "I came over his house. I sat on the floor, even though it was just freshly washed." Okay, so I guess she has her asses wet, right? She's like sitting on the floor. So she's got damp butt now because she's like, oh, I guess you moved all the furniture. Let me just sit on the floor. So she's saying that she's sitting on the floor. And at the same time, Chris is making chicken and carrots. And she has his phone and is downloading the macro app. So she remembers all of this about that day, but she doesn't remember where she went in through. And this is where we start finding all of these discrepancies and these little lies with Nichol Kessinger, because she remembers downloading the app. She remembers Chris making chicken and carrots for her. She remembers where she sat. She remembers all these little details. And then she remembers that the furniture was in front of the door, but she doesn't remember where she went in through. And she says, maybe I went in through the garage because the front door was closed. Yeah, I mean, you already said that, right? But I think she was catching herself afterwards. She's like, oh, shit, I already lied about the furniture. So I have to say, I don't remember where I went in through. Which is it, Nichol? Which is it? Yeah, horse shit. Exactly. Yeah, he was shampooing the rug. How was he shampooing the rug, right? Exactly, Anders. So he left her apartment in like Thornton, right? So that he can drive all the way up north to Frederick. And then he started shampooing the carpet as soon as he got there. Huh? Really? That does not make any sense to me. Anyway, all right, guys, let's continue.
She's allegedly sitting on the wet carpet, putting in his app, and I'm sure from what we've heard from her, know of her by now, and what Chris has said, it stood out to me at the time that she earned access to his phone, and she's openly.
Oh my God, V-Buck. He cleaned it to get her crabs out of it, and then she comes back and reinfested it. Oh man. Wow. Wow. You need to fumigate the place at that point, right? You just bomb the whole house. It's like when you get bed bugs, except these are crabs. They're everywhere, right? You have whole lobsters in there too. You're like, "Oh my God, are those Maine lobsters? How did they get here?" Oh, goodness. Just gets on the carpet. Well. See, the thing is that Chris also cleaned the car, right? He deep cleaned the Lexus. We were wondering, why did he deep clean the Lexus? It's probably because she left her streaks there too, right? You remember, it's a white car. The interior of it was it's like a tan color, right? So it has to stay tan. It can't just turn brown all of a sudden, right? Tan is Chris Watts' favorite color. And he also loves brown, but he's like, I'm not ready for the brown yet. Lucky, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate you. The only way NK would not remember how she got in the house, is if she was unconscious. Yeah. Yeah, right? Yeah, if she was sleepwalking, maybe. If she was dreaming it. That's the only way that she wouldn't remember. I agree, 100%. Yeah, how does she not remember? Yeah, the crabs made me do it. Wasn't me, it was the crabs. Wasn't me, it was the lobsters. Wasn't me. Oh man. Does she have camo seat covers? Who does? That's a good question though. She flew in on her broom. Oh my God. Does her broom have like a nice cushion seat? I wonder. Like when you ride a bike, how you need that gel seat. I wonder if she has those on her broom, so she doesn't get pain, right? It's painful after a while when you're sitting on a bike. I wonder if she has the same pain as flying around in her broom. Anyway, let's continue.
Only stated to investigators that she would check his macros when they got together. So if they were together every day, she could have easily had access to his phone daily. Was she checking his texts? Probably. Deleting or answering any texts? We don't know. But it's definitely possible. So now she's put herself in their home multiple times, in Shanann's vehicle once, but
Okay, look at this. Did the text from Shanann about having a boy set her off on 8/11? Okay, 8/11, I think it happened way before that. So 8/11 would be this day. Or sorry, this day. So the same day of the lazy dog. So this is where I guess in this video, she believes that she was probably set off on the 11th. So August 11th, the day of the lazy dog. I don't think so. I think that happened way earlier. I believe, again, this is just my opinion, but I think that the baby set her off on July 4th. The first day that she set foot in the house, I think that that is the first time that she found out, or not found out, is the first day that she confronted Chris about the baby. But she already knew. She already knew about it. Oh, absolutely. She already knew. And there was, to me, there's no way that she held on to the baby secret until August. It just, to me, it's just not, because of the way that she's acting, right? As we know, okay, so let's just rewind it back a little bit. As we know, after Nichol Kessinger went to his house, that is when she started being weird with him, okay? So that is when she started pulling back on the twister. She started manipulating him in other ways, saying, oh, maybe you should stay with your family, Chris. I should just go date other men on eHarmony. I hope they don't stand me up. Oh, damn, they did, right? All of these things, that is what she's doing with him. She starts playing mind games on July 4th. And I believe that that is why. It's because not only did she find out about the baby and that Chris had been lying to her the whole time, but she also saw everything that they had together. And this is when she started playing those mind games with him. And so once Chris confirmed to her that he was going to stay with her, that is when she, again, just my opinion, that is when she felt secure in herself to invest time on him, right? She has started investing time and money on taking him out to the Shelby Car Museum, to the Bandimere Speedway, and to the Great Sand Dunes. Because I don't believe that Nichol Kessinger would have been doing all of this for him, knowing that he was still lying to her about the baby. So I think that that happened on this day, very early on, the meltdown. Again, I'm not saying this is true. I'm just saying this is my opinion based on how I see it going, right? Looking at the calendar, I just don't see her holding on for that long and investing this much time and effort on a man that is still lying to her about having a baby, right? You guys let me know. Yeah. It's a normal broom, but she has to use the brush end. At her marriage counseling sessions. There was also some fundraiser at the office where they brought the girls blankets and pitched in. I wish I could remember what the date was. Troy said it in his interview. Really? Huh. It was in Troy's interview? That's interesting. The fundraiser at the office. Huh, okay. I'll have to remember that. So it's in the Troy interview. Okay. All right, guys. Let's go ahead and continue.
The details around that, in my opinion, are very murky and suspicious. And now she puts herself having regular access to his phone, which I find really convenient, especially with the doll pic. Agent Kobach jumps on the fact that she brings up July 4th and going,
Oh, especially with the doll pic. Huh. Do we think she's the one who sent it? No, but it couldn't have been, right? Okay, let's look at the calendar again. Doll picture. I don't know.
over there, and he wants to iron out dates, and she's trying to keep talking about the app and the diet and fitness and what she was trying to do for him. And he steers it back to trying to verify exactly what dates she was there and for how long. And it doesn't sound like she wants to talk about it, and it doesn't sound like she's being truthful about her answers.
Yeah, it does not sound like she's being truthful at all. At all. Right? She keeps focusing on the conversation that she wants to focus on. Let's go back to the two big ones at the end of the night. Look, let's stick to the unimportant stuff, please. Yeah, that's what she's doing. No, Kevin, no. If I were you, right? If I were CBI, this is how I would do your job. I would just ignore all of the text messages between me and Chris and just go find a serial killer or something. That's what I would do. Right? She's the one telling Kevin how to do his job. Oh, don't look into this. This is not even important. What is that? Lucky, thank you so much. Don't forget, aw, Rolly Poly. Yes, enjoy a cup of coffee on me. Aw, thank you. Say hi to Roly Poly for me. He's so cute. Yeah, it could be why she searched Shanann in 2017. I need to look up when the fundraiser happened. They brought the girls the folding pillow chairs. Yes, please, 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 please. If you know exactly when this fundraiser happened in 2017, that might be where they met, right? The thing is, we don't even know. We don't know. But if we're able to have all of this, all of these posts, then we could put in the calendar and see if it's plausible. Again, right? That's the best we can do is try to see if it matches. I don't know about Shanann Google. Yeah, exactly, right? The 2017. Yeah, that gets me too. Why would she Google Shanann if she didn't even meet her yet? All right, guys, let's continue.
There and for how long? And it doesn't sound like she wants to talk about it, and it doesn't sound like she's being truthful about her answers.
4th was the day that I went to his house and sat down with him and asked him, how much do you weigh? And
I sat down with him and I asked him, how much do you weigh? This is where she's talking about the macro app. Here, let's go ahead and listen. This is July 4th. Look, accidentally mentions July 4th when discussing Thrive. Yes, she does. Accidentally. She's just like, I hate Thrive. And then I went to Chris's house. Oh, shit. Right? She is giving herself up every step of the way. Jessica, thank you so much. Aw, thank you so much for the super chat. The no, never. Yeah, that drives me batshit crazy. Love being here with you guys. Aw, thank you. Never. Never. Right? That is how she says her nevers. I'm not even exaggerating. That's how she says it. Never. Let's continue.
went to his house and sat down with him and asked him, how much do you weigh? And he asked me, can you just look at my macros and see how much protein people my size would usually eat and all that.
There's no way. Look at the Under Armour. There's no way. There's no way Nichol Kessinger went to his house in Frederick, drove almost an hour north to sit and download a macro fitness app so that Chris can know how much chicken to eat. Come on, really? Can you just help me with my macros? I just want to know how much people my size need to eat. Come on. I just need to know how much people my size need to eat. Just Google it. It's not that hard. You don't need Nichol Kessinger to drive a whole hour to download an app so that she can tell you, oh, you need to eat 2 more chicken wings a day. No. What is this? Here, let's go ahead and listen to it again. Her voice is so frustrating. Her voice. I mean, it takes, man, that just gave me a headache. All right, let's go ahead and listen to it again.
And sat down with him and asked him, how much do you weigh? And he asked me, can you just look at my macros and see how much protein people my size would usually eat and all that, and just asked me to glance at it. So that's why I went over there.
So that's when you say his house.
She did not go over there to install an app. I agree. There's no way. No way. She went all the way over there to install an app. She can do that. Girl, just download it, right? Just be like, hey, Chris, do you have Apple? Okay, go to the App Store, download Macros for Men, and then just figure it out. Enter your information, your age, your height, your weight. Do it yourself. No, she drove all the way over there, sat on the floor, damp ass and everything, right? And she sat there and she's like, okay, yeah, I'm going to help you with your macros. Come on. Who believes this? Who actually believes this? Here, let's go ahead and listen to it again. I'm just torturing you guys with the sound. I'm just torturing you.
Went to his house and sat down with him and asked
Went to his house and sat down with him.
him, how much do you weigh? And he asked me, can you just like look at my macros and see how much protein people my size would usually eat and all that, and just asked me to like glance at it. So that's why I went over there.
So that's
So that's why I went over there. I wanted to glance at it. There's no way. I just wanted to glance at it. Show me the app, Chris. Let me see. Oh, right now it says you're only eating 2 rotisserie chickens a day. No, you gotta up that. Yeah, maybe 5. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, for men your size, 5 rotisserie chickens. Wow, that's why he's so swole, right? He got so swole in 6 weeks. He went from being to being all swole because he's eating a lot of the chicken. Come on. It's so ridiculous. Let's continue.
when you say his house, that's his house in Frederick that he shared with Shanann.
Yes, that's
Okay.
the one that I told you guys I
Right.
went to on the 4th. And that was why I went there, was to sit down with him that morning of the 4th and just discuss his goals, you know. And again, I'm not a fitness trainer, so he already had an idea in mind. He was just asking me, like, can you just glance at this and tell me what you think, since you pay such close
Right.
attention to these things.
Oh, no. No. No, no, no. Yeah, in case you missed it, she eats clean. Yeah, she does. Here, let's go ahead and listen to that again. Everything is so ridiculous. Look, discuss why will not be second to that girl. Yeah, that's why she went over there. The macro app, that's BS. That's BS. There's no way here. Is there even a macro app? Do you guys know? Here, let me know if you guys have downloaded the macro app. It tells you how many rotisserie chickens to eat. I don't even know where to download this thing. Okay, here. Macro app. Which one is it, I wonder? The macro app. Oh, look at this. The macro factor. Which one? Oh, it's this one. MyFitnessPal. Look, it matches with what we have on the screen right now. You see that? It's this one. MyFitnessPal. I'm going to get it. I'm going to download it, okay? I'm going to download it. Okay, let's go ahead and install it. Oh, it's asking for way too much information. I'll do it later, I guess. But anyway, this is what we're going to download, and we'll see what it does. All right, let's continue.
That morning of the 4th and just discuss his goals, you know. And again, I'm not a fitness trainer, so he already had an idea in mind. He was just asking me, like, can you just glance at this and tell me what you think, since you pay such close
Right.
attention to these things. So anyways,
So I'm going to ask you, I think I already asked you and we discussed this once, but July 4th was the first time you went to his house?
Right, here we go. Kobach tries to obtain an actual valuable fact rather than just a bunch of BS. Because Nichol Kessinger just keeps talking about the things that supposedly Chris wanted. I noticed that she goes off on a little tangent too. She says, oh, well, he already knew kind of what he wanted. And, you know, I'm not a fitness trainer or anything like that. I'm not a personal trainer, but he asked me to kind of just glance at it because, you know, I kind of eat really healthy and this is why I look this way. You saw me the other day, right? What do you think? Yeah? Am I fit? Am I toned? Am I strong? Yeah. What is she doing? Oh, she just keeps going on and on and on about her fitness. Hey, Heather, how's it going? Yeah, his goals in terms of me. Yes. Yes. Valerie, 100%. I agree. Right? She's talking about his goals. Yeah. What are your goals in this relationship, Chris? That's what she went over there to do. And if she is seeing his phone, I doubt that she was looking through his phone for the macro fitness app. No, she's probably looking through his text messages at that point. She's like, okay, give me your phone. I want to see. Yeah, what is this woman telling you? She's looking through the text messages, looking through stuff. She's like, why do you even still have a Facebook? Ill. All of these things are what I think that she went over there to do. Yeah. All right. Let's go ahead and, oh my goodness, look at this. 117 votes. When did Chris Watts meet NK? Look at that. 37% think the hospital event. Wow. Oh, wow. I was actually not expecting this. This is interesting. Okay. 37% out of 119 people. The majority, we think hospital event. And then at the gym, right? And then following that, February, March, when NK started working at Anadarko. And then the other one is in June during the email. That's the last one. Wow. The hospital event. Huh. All right. I need to write this one down. Okay. So I think we need to look into the hospital event then, I guess, right? We need to look into the hospital event, see if there's any type of connection between the hospital event and Nichol Kessinger Googling them. Here, let me write this on the side. So hospital event. Yeah. You guys, send everything you have. If there are videos of the hospital event, any posts, stuff like that, send it my way. The hospital event was in September, October. Right, which would make sense, right? When Nichol Kessinger Googled Shanann. Because if she met her in September, then she also Googled her in September. Oh, man. Ooh. All right, guys. Look at that, 120 votes. Okay, I'm going to leave it up until we have our next poll. Let's continue.
And then I think you said like the following Monday or Sunday was the second and final time you'd been to his home?
I will have to, it was a Saturday, and I'll have to look it up. It was either hold on.
Oh, boops. Okay. Oh, thanks for that clarification. Okay, so the hospital event was after the Google search? Was it? Wait, so Nichol Googled Shanann before? Hold on, let's see. Let's pull this up. All right, I just want to pull up the research and all of her deleted stuff. Okay, not that one. This one. No, wrong one. Okay, this one. Okay, so here we have right here. Okay, here at the very bottom. I don't know if you guys can see it. Here, let's go ahead and zoom in. Okay. Shanann. And we have here, this is January 7th. There's another one though. There is another one, and it's kind of thrown in there in the discovery somewhere. But this is the one where, oh, look at this. So 706, 2290. These are in order, right? So you have 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 800, 801, 02, 03. So it looks like this is 706. She Googled Chris Watts, and then a few thousand searches later, she Googled Shanann. But I believe there's another one. There's another one before this. So I wanna see that one. The one before January. But look at this. This was August 3rd of 2017. So that means that she Googled Chris before the event happened. So she knew about Chris and Shanann before the event happened. That makes sense. Oh, thanks for that. Thanks for that, Boops. Thanks for that clarification. But yeah, we need to find the other one too. The one where she Googled Shanann earlier on. All right, let's continue.
I really just want to, that's July. So the 4th, and then that we can move to I think, and I will double check this, but I'm pretty sure, I know for a fact I was at his house on July 4th, and I think the second time I went to his house was Saturday the 14th.
Okay, and those are, if I remember right, you only had been there 2 times, right?
Yeah, like I didn't want to go back. After that second time that I was there, it was like, I don't want to be at this house. Like, if you want to hang out, come to my house. So
she at least hints here that she was upset on the 14th. Okay. All right, so this is where Nichol is saying that she went to his house twice. Okay, that's what she's saying, twice. And before that, she said, I've only been there once. So I guess she probably saw her phone logs and decided to say, you know what, I've been there more than once. Yeah, she was there on the 4th. She was also there on the 14th. But she also pinged on the 18th. And she also pinged on August 13th. So she pinged a total of 4 times. And She only admitted to being there 2 times, the 4th and the 14th. But Chris told the investigators that she was also there on a different day, right? The 18th. So there are 3 that have been verified, with the last one being the 13th. This one is the only one that has not been verified or confirmed by either one of them, by Nichol or Chris. This is the one that everyone wants to know about. Why was she pinging in Frederick at 6:16 in the morning of the murders? Why?
So yes, so the 14th was the last time I was there.
Okay. Great.
But back to this, so the Thrive thing. So I was like kind of concerned that he was losing so much weight, but I also wasn't, because he was like kind of fine tuning his diet. But it was enough for me to look at it, because I was like, well.
Yep, this is the tactic that she uses every single interview. She goes, "Oh, hold on. I don't want to talk about that. Let's go back to the important thing, the thing that I want to talk about. Oh my God, I was so concerned that he was so skinny. I don't really like skinny men. I mean, he's already short. I don't really like him." But, and she goes on and on and on about how this man started losing weight, and oh, she started getting a little concerned, or it's probably the Thrive. We're about to hear it. Lucky, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the super chat. There was a Denver Broncos event on October 5th, 2016. Denver Broncos in 2016. Wait, but that, like the game, like a game? Because as we know, Chris had not been to a football game since North Carolina. Right, that's what he told his friend. What's his face? Dave? Yeah, and that's why he was invited to the game, because Chris had told him that he hadn't been to a football game since North Carolina. All right, let's go ahead and continue.
Well, I mean, it wasn't like a severe weight loss, but it was kind of fast. So I was like, okay, well, are you getting enough calories? What's going on? And I couldn't figure it out, because I was looking at what he was eating, and it was like healthy proteins and vegetables, and he was eating a decent amount of food. And I'm just like, how is this man losing so much weight? And then I started thinking about it the other day, and I'm like,
I don't understand. I mean, this man is losing so much weight, but he's eating so much food, and
She's so concerned about his weight. Okay, what about the 111-minute phone call, Nicole? Let's talk about that. I don't care about Chris's weight loss journey. What about the 111-minute phone call? Let's go ahead and listen to that again. Listen to the way she says it.
he was eating so much food.
V-Bug. Yeah.
He's eating so much weight.
Here, let's listen to that again.
eating, and it was like, well, are you getting enough calories? What's going on? And I couldn't figure it out, because I was looking at what he was eating, and it was like healthy proteins and vegetables, and he was eating a decent amount of food, and I'm just like, how is this man losing so much weight? And then I started thinking about it the other day, and I'm like, oh my God, it's because...
Oh my God. How is he losing so much weight? And then I thought about it, and I'm like, oh my God. The Thrive.
Wow. She is going crazy right now. What is she on? Does she just have like 10,000 cups of coffee? What is this? Is she thriving? I think she's thriving.
enough calories, what's going on? And I couldn't figure it out, because I was looking at what he was eating, and it was like healthy proteins and vegetables, and he was eating a decent amount of food, and I'm just like, how is this man losing so much weight? And then I started thinking about it the other day, and I'm like, oh my God, it's because he was like doubling up on all the Thrive stuff, and he was starting to eat really healthy.
Oh, come on. Come on.
I started thinking about it the other night at 2 a.m. and it's because he's been doubling up on the Thrive stuff.
Is what she says. Look, losing 13 pounds pertains to 4 murders in what way? Exactly. Exactly. What is the point of Chris's weight loss journey story? No one cares. Nobody cares that the man was losing so much weight and that he's eating a lot of food. Who cares? Look. His weight loss journey started July 4th. He lost 13 pounds. She knows this. She knows so much about his weight loss journey. Okay. And then it ended, poor guy. It ended for him The lazy dog date. I guess because he had a hamburger, maybe. He stopped eating so healthy. He probably had a hamburger and a milkshake, so everything just went to shit at that point. He's like, oh, I guess my weight loss journey is over. And no, she's talking about how he's eating healthy and he's losing so much weight. But notice what she's doing, right? She's getting to the point, and the point is thrive. But she needs to make sure that first she shows that she was concerned, right? So she's saying, I was concerned because of A, B, and C. And therefore, it's Thrive's fault. And therefore, it's Shanann's fault, right? She's trying to do some victim blaming, but in a very subtle and creative way by coming up with a bunch of BS. She's so ridiculous. Let's go ahead and listen to that again. I'm just going to keep torturing everybody. It's because this part is so telling. Why does she talk like that?
Fine-tuning his diet, but it was enough for me to look at it. Because I was like, well, I mean, it wasn't like a severe weight loss, but it was kind of fast. So I was like, okay, well, are you getting enough calories? What's going on? And I couldn't figure it out because I was looking at what he was eating, and it was like healthy proteins and vegetables, and he was eating a decent amount of food. And I'm just like, how is this man losing so much weight? And then I started thinking about it the other day, and I'm like, oh my God, it's because he was like doubling up on all the Thrive stuff, and he was starting to eat really healthy. So that, I think, is
So did you see a change in him personally during that time from July 4th, or pardon me, July 4th to August 11th when he lost that kind of weight?
What did you say? What was
What did you say? What was the question? I'm sorry. I was just going on and on and on about the Thrive. Yeah, look, Kobach tries to figure out if there's a point to this. Right, because he's like, okay, what's the point of this? You're texting me at 2 a.m. to tell me that Chris was losing weight? How does this, why does it matter? That's what he's trying to get at. Like, why does it matter? But she's trying to get there, right? She's getting there. She's like, hold on. It's Thrive.
the question you asked?
Did you see a lot of change in him? Like, not physical change, but was his personality different, or was it just the weight loss?
No, it was just the weight loss. Like, okay. I didn't think he was any different. But this is the one thing that I wanted to point out to you guys, was that he was always this way. I just want to state that right now. Like, this was not something that started at any certain point. But from the first time that we started hanging out, he always had a ridiculous amount of energy. And it wasn't that he was, like, super high strung and bouncing off the walls. It was that he could stay up. He, like, didn't need to sleep. And he was always that way. Like, when we would hang out.
Yeah. When discussing Jim or Charlotte, she barely mumbles out an answer. Yeah, but when she wants to talk about Chris, she's like, okay, you have time? All right, here, let's talk about it. Yeah, like he was like, had so much energy and like he just kept like bouncing off the walls, but like not really. He didn't really keep bouncing off the walls. I mean, he kind of like was, but not really. The thing is that he just would never sleep and he just would never let me sleep. And I'm like, I need to sleep, Chris. Everything with her is an exaggeration. She gets very animated. Very animated. I definitely agree with this part where she is getting animated anytime that she wants to discuss a lie.
Super high strung and bouncing off the walls. It was that he could stay up. He like didn't need to sleep. And he was always that way. Like when we would hang out, oh my God, I would try to get him to go to bed at like 10 o'clock every night. I'm like, if you're going to stay here, you need to go to bed at like 10 because I have to get up and go to work in the morning. And so do you. And he...
The most patient CBI agent award goes to Kevin. Wow. I can't believe Kevin just sat there listening to this BS, right? Everything she's saying is such BS. None of it is true, in my opinion. Why does she keep going on and on and on about this? Oh, he wasn't sleeping. I wanted him to be asleep by 10 because I needed to get up for work. And, oh, if you're going to stay here, you better sleep at 10. No, there's no way. They were definitely playing Twister at that time, right? At 10 p.m. She's saying that she wants to go to sleep at 10 p.m. I mean, she's giving this grown man a curfew, right? She's like, "Oh, curfew is at 9. You have to be at bed at 10 p.m." What do we think? Do we think this is true? No, I don't think so. Here, let's go ahead and end the last poll. Yeah, sorry, y'all. This macro talk from her pisses me off. Same, Tommy's girls, same. Cindy and Ronnie probably got cash to pay the lawyer from that insurance settlement. Oh no. Kevin is sleeping and drooling. Well, that's how he keeps himself awake, by doing this. Yeah. Actually, can I ask you another question, Nicole? Yeah, just keep talking. It's okay. He needs to keep reminding himself to type to keep himself awake. It's so ridiculous. I can't believe that he's okay with listening to all of this.
He would keep me up like every night, and we usually, I would say, I mean, it kind of fluctuated, but typically I would say that we went to bed somewhere, when he stayed the night at my house on those nights, somewhere between 11 o'clock and midnight every night. And it used to bug me because it was like, I was so tired.
What time did you wake? What time?
I was so tired. I wanted to go to bed.
After Twister, right? She expects people to believe that Chris would come over and she had bedtime for him. Hey, it's sleepy time. It's 10 p.m. We have to go to bed, Chris. I have to get up tomorrow very, very early to go to work. Remember, I'm employee of the month. I am. I don't want to get fired. I'm a professional. So because of that, she's telling Chris to go to sleep early. I don't believe it. Do we believe it? I don't believe it. Here, let's go ahead and do a poll. What were they really doing at 10 a.m.? 10 p.m. I keep saying 10 a.m. What were they really doing at 10 p.m.? All right. What were they doing? All right. Okay, so this is at 10 p.m. Nichol Kessinger saying, "Oh yeah, let's go to sleep." Right. So what were they doing? Were they like watching a movie at this time? I don't even think Chris is the type that watches movies. Okay, at this point, what do we think they were actually doing at 10 p.m.? All right. All right, and there it is. There is the poll. What were they doing at 10 p.m.? Trying to sleep? Rounds of Twister? Watching a movie? Or planning murders? What were they doing? Right? It is laughable. All of this is so laughable. It's so ridiculous.
What time did you usually wake up?
It kind of depended on the day and what I had going on at work, but I would say in between 4:30 and 5 is like a pretty accurate assumption of when I'm supposed to get up for work.
Okay.
That's a weird answer. Isn't it? Let's go ahead and listen to that again. Important info about the 13th, I assume. The question that Kevin asked was, what time do you get up for work? And listen to what she says.
Like, I was so tired.
What time did you wake? What time did you usually wake up?
It kind of depended on the day and what I had going on at work, but I would say in between 4:30 and 5 is like a pretty accurate assumption of when I'm supposed to get up for work.
Okay.
Between 4:30 and 5 is a pretty accurate assumption of when I'm probably supposed to get up for work. Holy shit. Did you hear all of those hedging words that she just gave us? Here, let's go ahead. Oh my God, I need to write this down. There is so much hedging there. So much hedging. Do we remember what hedging means? It's those BS words, right? The probably, kind of, sort of. All the words that don't answer something directly, that is hedging. And she just gave us like 4 or 5 different ones in one sentence. That is insane. Oh my goodness. Okay, here, let's go ahead and write them down. That is crazy. Now, the question is, why is she hedging? What is with all of this hedging? Because we know she's hedging. But why? All right, so let's go ahead and listen to that again. My goodness.
Because it was like, I was so tired.
What time did you wake? What time did you usually wake up?
It kind of depended on the day and when I
Okay, she said, it kind of depended on the day. So she started with, it kind of depends. Okay, so kind of depends on day. Okay, so that's 2 hedges.
had going on at work, but I would say in between 4:30 and 5 is like a pretty accurate assumption.
A pretty accurate assumption. So those are 3 hedging words back to back. So pretty accurate assumption
Of when I'm supposed to get up for work.
of when I'm supposed to get up for work. Okay, so these are all the words she says. Kinda, depends, pretty accurate assumption, supposed to. Those are 6 hedging words in one sentence. And the question was, what time do you get up for work? You want to know what time I get up for work? I get up for work at 7 a.m. That is when I open my eyes and I go, "Ooh, meh." And then Mr. B is next to me and he's like, hello, feed me. Right? Or he'll cuddle me first. We'll cuddle, right? And he'll cuddle for a few hours sometimes. But we'll cuddle for a few minutes and then I'll kind of get up and I'm like, all right, here, let's get the day started. I'll make myself some coffee. I'll start, checking a few things here and there, responding to some comments, stuff like that. I know when I wake up. I wouldn't say something like, well, it kind of depends on the day. I mean, I guess maybe like between 7:30 and 8. I mean, it really all depends on the day. But I think that's a pretty accurate assumption of when I'm supposed to be up. What do we think about this? This is a lot, ain't it? Here, let's go ahead and listen to that again.
Me because it was like, I was so tired.
What time did you
I wanna
wake?
go to bed.
What time did you usually wake up?
It kind of depended on the day and what I had going on at work, but I would say in between 4:30 and 5 is
But I would say, that's another one, right? I would say. That's hedging too. You see how she says so many things and we miss them sometimes? I would say that's hedging. Because she's not being direct. She's saying, well, I would say this, right? As in like, oh, in my opinion, which is not a direct answer. So 7. We have 7 hedges in one sentence.
I was so tired.
What time did you
I wanna go
wake?
to bed.
What time did you usually wake up?
Oh, and then notice that she also says, what? What is she doing here? She's buying cognitive time. She heard the question, what time do you wake? And she goes, huh? What time do you wake up? Well, it kind of really depends, on the type of day, but like I would say maybe 7:30 and 8 p.m. is, a pretty accurate assumption of when I'm supposed to be awake. Whoa.
So tired.
What time did you
I wanna
wake?
Go to bed.
What time did you usually wake up?
It kind of depended on the day and what I had going on at work, but I would say in between 4:30 and 5 is like a pretty accurate assumption of when I'm supposed to get up for work.
Okay. All right.
So, so what I would do is I would go,
Yes, that is all of our faces. Uh-huh. What? This is unbelievable. Unbelievable. All of these words just to answer I get up at 4:30 in the morning. That's all she had to say. I wake up at 4:30 in the morning every single day, officer or Kevin or whatever, whatever she wants to call him. Sir, gentleman, whatever. But that is the thing is, I think she doesn't want to say because of this right here. Look at this one, right? The one that everyone wants answers to. What is up, Nichol Kessinger, with you being there at 6:16 in the morning, right? So, she's saying that she gets up for work at between 4:30 or 5 a.m. It really depends on the day. That's a pretty accurate assumption of when she's supposed to be up. 6:16 though, right? So she is pinging at 6:16. So she's up at 4:30 and it takes her, I don't know, how long do we think it takes Nichol Kessinger to get ready for work? Does she shower? Do we think she's a morning shower person or a night shower person? Or do we just not think she showers ever? Should that be a poll question? Should we ask that? How often does Nichol Kessinger shower? Okay, because right, if she wakes up at 4:30, she showers. It's 5 a.m. Okay. And it takes her 45 minutes to get to work, and work starts at 6. Then, yeah, it gives her a little time to just hang out at the vending machines, at the scuttlebutt, at the office, looking at all the men, right? Oh, you're kind of cute. What's your name again? Are you new here? Oh, okay. Visit me for some gift cards. Yeah. Right. Or whatever she does in her 15 minutes before she clocks in for work. So that would make sense, right? She gets up at 5. It takes her 30 minutes to get ready. What time does work start? 7, right? So that's what I'm trying to narrow down here. When does work start for her? 6 or 7? And why is she pinging on the day of the murders at 6:16 in the morning? Was she up at 5 in the morning that day, getting ready to go meet Chris? Or was she already up at 5 in the morning at Chris's house that morning? These are all the questions that we have. Again, we don't know. We don't know. 20 minutes. Yeah. Do they have a shower at the park? They do. She never washes. Every other day. Yeah, you can't get any straight answers from a narcissist. Exactly, McRulley. 100%. Rigor mortis. Morris. I love that name, by the way. I love the username. Oh my goodness. Okay. Here, that'll be a question. Should we do that question? Let's go ahead and do it. What was our last poll, 82 votes. What were they doing at 10 p.m.? Trying to sleep, 4%. Rounds of Twister. Look at that. Yes, I think so too. Come on. They are a fresh new couple. What, we're going to believe they're not playing Twister? Come on. Right? Chris was so lustful, and so was she. There is no way they're going to sleep at 10 p.m. Come on, really? Yeah, rounds of Twister is what I'm voting. Watching a movie, 0%, because nobody believes that was happening. Exactly why Amanda McMahon and her story is all bullshit. Shutter Island, please. Chris does not watch Shutter Island, in my opinion. 37% said planning murders. All right, let's go ahead and end it. All right, let's do our next poll. Our next poll is, does Nichol Kessinger shower? Oh, man. We got to have some serious ones, and we got to have some other, pretty serious ones. Hey, we have to figure out how long it takes Nichol Kessinger to shower in the morning, guys, if we are trying to rebuild this, the day of. Because the thing is, if she's saying that she gets up at 4:30, how long does it take her to get ready for work? Like, these are all very important questions. So we do need to know whether or not she showers. Oh, man. Okay, and then our last one. All right. All right, there we go. We have our other poll question. Does NK shower? Every other week? Never. Only for Twister or only for eHarmony? Which is it? Yeah, the lie detector determined that was a lie. All right, guys, let's continue.
Go to work all day, and then when I would get off work, I would sleep. I would go home and nap, and my naps varied in time. Sometimes it was a half an hour, sometimes it was like an hour and a half. It was like whatever my body needed. And then I would get up, and I would go to the gym, and then after I got back from the gym, he would come over to my house, and it would be the same thing where it was like he would keep me up. And I will tell you, without those naps, there's no way I would have been able to keep up with him. No way. And then
Huh? Wait, Nichol Kessinger is 30 at this time, okay? Girl, you're not elderly. She needs her naps.
Oh my God, I'm just so tired. You know, I'm so tired from sitting in that office with all that AC. Do you know how hard it is, Kevin? It is exhausting to be giving away that many gift cards throughout the day. I'm exhausted. Oh, I need to go home and nap. I need to take a nap, is what she says.
Okay. Because she's so exhausted from sitting on her ass all day in a room with AC. So exhausted. She needs to nap. And then she says, "Oh, if I hadn't napped, I wouldn't have been able to keep up with him." All of it is an act.
he would come over to my house, and it would be the same thing where it was like he would keep me up. And I will tell you, without those naps, there's no way I would have been able to keep up with him. No way. And another thing about that too, and he was always like that, always. And it used to
You know, the other part, I want to rewind it just a little bit more. Listen to the section where she says, "I need to take naps, and my naps vary in time. Sometimes it's 15 minutes, sometimes it's an hour, sometimes an hour and a half. It's really whatever my body needed." What's the point of all of that extra information that doesn't need to be said? What's the point of her saying, "My naps vary in time"? It's really whatever my body needs that day. What is she doing? She's setting up for something, isn't she? In my opinion, I think she's setting up for something, right? This is what Nichol Kessinger does. She plants a seed. That's what she does. She'll plant a seed here and there, and then later brings it up in another way and says, "Oh my God, I probably don't know. It's because I was so tired. Remember I told you, Kevin? I need naps." So she can always say, "You know what? I just didn't take a nap today, Kevin. That's why I don't remember."
what I would do is I would go to work all day, and then when I would get off work, I would sleep. I would go home and nap, and my naps varied in time. Sometimes it was a half an hour, sometimes it was like an hour and a half. It was like whatever my body needed. And then I would get up, and I would go to the gym, and then after I got back from the gym, he would come over to my house, and it would be the same thing where it was like he would keep me up. And I will tell you, without those naps, there's no way I would have been able to keep up with him. No way. And another thing about that too, and he was always like that, always. And it used to I could tell like his body wanted to sleep, but like his mind couldn't sleep. And the reason that I say that is because he sometimes I would see him, like he would keep me up. So I'd be like, all right, well, like let's watch a movie, you know, if you want to hang out. And so we'd be up, and I'd see him like doze off and then like wake right back up, and like doze off and wake right back up.
Okay.
And there was a few times that we were having a conversation, and he would be talking to me, Kevin, he would like fall asleep mid-sentence and wake up, like snap, and he would like snap out of it like 5 or 10 seconds later and keep talking right where he left off.
That's weird.
Huh? Even Kevin is like, huh? He's laughing. He's laughing because he can't believe how cracked out of her mind Nichol Kessinger is right now. Do we think she's on something? I do. I think she took something before she got on this call. Maybe some type of liquid courage or something. I don't know. What do we think? She's not normal. In this conversation, she is on something. I can't prove it, but I think she's on something. The way that she just keeps rambling. Right? She's even making, velociraptor noises. She's becoming a T-Rex over the phone. What is wrong with her? Oh, she's having a manic episode? Total crackhead. Oh, she's lying and nervous, so she's rambling? She's on speed? Yeah, what is she on? Manic. Oh, people think she's manic. Poll time. I want to leave this one up for a little bit. And we're only at 62 votes. I want to see what more people think. So far, we're saying Twister. I want to ask though. Oh, really? You watched Jurassic Park last night? The original, right? The one from the 90s? Yeah, it's the only good one, in my opinion. It's the only good one. The only one worth watching, at least. Adderall, too? Yeah, she's got to be on something, right? Maybe even some yerba mate, right? What is she on? She's got to be on it, though. She's really fast. She's talking really fast, and she's like, "Wah, wah, wah." And even Kevin can't even keep up with her. He's like, okay, tone it down a little bit, right? Are you okay? Drink some water. Breathe. Oh, yes. Oh, they're so cute. Yeah. Yeah, you guys think she's on speed? Oh my goodness. All right, here, let's go ahead and do the poll then. Let's go ahead and end the previous one. We got 66 votes in. Does NK shower was the question. 48% say yes, but only for Twister. 30% say never. Never. Um, 11% say every other week. And then the other 11% say only for ER. I don't know. I don't know why these questions are so funny. Oh my god. Oh, okay. What was the question? I forgot the question already. Oh, okay. There we go. Okay. Do we think that Nichol Kessinger is on something? What is wrong with her? The question is what is wrong with NK? Okay. All right. So a lot of you think she's manic. Okay, and then what's the other one? Oh man. And then what's um all right. Let's go ahead and all right, let's go ahead and submit this poll. Okay, what is wrong with NK here? She's manic, she's thriving, she's on crack or speed, or she's just had one too many yerba mates. Right? The yerba mates, if you drink way too many of them, you kind of go a little cuckoo. I should know. I used to drink them all the time when I was in college. What is a yerba mate? Oh man. Okay. Here. You guys don't know what the yerba mate is. Okay, here. Let me show you guys the yerba mate. They changed the name. I noticed that the other day. I'm like, wait, these were called yerba mates. Now they're called yerba madre. It's like, what? Okay. It's these. All right. If you guys haven't tried them, I do recommend them. They're really good. Really, really good. It's a more natural. Oh my gosh, look at me trying to sell this. Don't drink it. Don't drink it. But I like them. I like them. I just, drink coffee if you want to. But yeah, these are, it's a plant and it has natural caffeine. They're called yerba mates. They changed the name recently to yerba madre. I used to drink them all the time and they keep you awake. And it doesn't give you that shitty feeling when you drink too much coffee. You know how like when you drink way too much coffee, you end up with caffeine headaches and withdrawals and stuff. I didn't feel that when I was drinking yerba mate. But anyway, enough of that. Who cares about yerba mate? But that's what I think. I think she was probably drinking one too many yerba mates. She's manic. Okay. So you guys think she's manic. Okay. The other option I didn't put on there, which would have been the more, I don't know, maybe a more serious one, is she's nervous, right? She's nervous and she's just rambling. But she's been nervous before. The thing is, she's been nervous before and she has never sounded like this. Like, this is different. This to me sounds as unhinged as the cousin phone call. Do you guys agree? It sounds very unhinged. It sounds just like the cousin to me. I don't know. You think she's nervous? Tommy's girl? Yeah. All right, guys. Here, let's go ahead and continue. Let's just listen to the things that she was saying. Okay. No, we already went there. Okay.
but like his mind couldn't sleep. And the reason that I say that is because he sometimes I would see him, like he would keep me up. So I'd be like, all right, well, like let's watch a movie, if you want to hang out. And so we'd be up, and I'd see him like doze off and then like wake right back up, and like doze off and wake right back up.
Okay.
And there was a few times that we were having a conversation, and he would be talking to me, Kevin. He would like fall asleep mid sentence and wake up, like snap. Yeah, and he would like snap out of it like 5 or 10 seconds later and keep talking right where he left off.
That's weird.
Yeah, it always like blew my mind. I was like, this guy must.
Yeah.
Huh? No. No. I don't think she's just nervous. She sounds like she needed to be on something to have this phone call with him.
Like, all right, well, like let's watch a movie, if you want to hang out. And so we'd be up, and I'd see him like doze off and then like wake right back up, and like doze off and wake right back up.
Okay.
And there was a few times.
There's a few times? There was a few times?
She really wants to get her point across here.
that we were having a conversation, and he would be talking to me, and he would like fall asleep mid sentence and wake up, like snap. Yeah, and he would like snap out of it like 5 or 10 seconds later and keep talking right where he left off.
That's weird.
Yeah, it always like blew my mind. I was like, this guy must really like me if he is like avoiding sleep to be with me. And it was like, I couldn't do it. Like I napped.
No way. I've heard this before, but every time I hear it again, there's something else that just pops out in my mind, and I just cannot. Bye, Britt. This is crazy. She says,
Maybe this guy loves me so much, or likes me, she says. Maybe this guy just likes me so much that he's losing sleep over me.
I can't believe her. Oh, she is so conceited. Really? She thinks this man is just going to lose all of the sleep so that he can spend time with her because she's such a breath of fresh air.
Yeah.
Julie. Yeah. Yeah, that's what she sounds like. She sounds like a sheep saying, yeah. Here, let's go ahead and listen to that again.
Kevin, he would like fall asleep mid sentence and wake up, like snap. Yeah, and he would like snap out of it like 5 or 10 seconds later and keep talking right where he left off.
That's weird.
Yeah, it always like blew my mind. I was like, this guy must really like me if he is like avoiding sleep to be with me. And it was like,
This guy must really like me if he's avoiding sleep to be with me.
Girl, you're not that special, okay? People need sleep, okay? We need sleep to stay sane, all right? For our cognitive brain to stay up, right, throughout the day, for us to be able to do things. We need sleep. No, she's saying, oh, I'm just so special. This man doesn't even want to sleep. He's avoiding it.
I couldn't do it. Like I napped probably almost every single day after I hung out with him.
Right. Okay. I get.
Honestly, it was almost like he was on speed.
She then jumps.
He's on speed, girl. What about you? Sis, listen to yourself first before you try, blaming it on Chris. Oh, I think he's on speed. What about you? If he's on speed, who gave it to him?
To August 11th. Any day she makes it a point to bring up indicates, in my opinion, that there's something to cover up. He tells Agent Kobach about the Anadarko gift cards Chris always used when they went out to eat. And if we remember from the other parts, she's already told him this information. They've already had this conversation. And
Oh, no. Steffa Cat. Oh, no. Oh, thank you so much for the super chat. Sore from the chocolate twister. Oh. Making her antsy. Oh, man. Jessica, thank you so much. Thank you for the super chat. So he's avoiding sleep, but keeping her up? Right. Exactly. He's avoiding sleep, and that's why she's staying up. Oh my God.
Chris, just go to sleep. Please stop avoiding it. I know that I'm so special, that I'm a breath of fresh air, that I'm a fucking amazing woman. I get it. But please sleep, Chris. Please.
Come on. She's making it sound like Chris is just wanting all of her attention, right? The whole time. And she's like, please, Chris, I just can't deal with this right now. I need to sleep. I'm employee of the month, remember? Ugh. She's so worried about setting the example at work. I need to be there at 6:16 in the morning at your house tomorrow, Chris, remember? Wow.
And this is a common thing she does. The things that they talked about during the long interview when her dad was there, all these points she keeps calling him about are stuff. I mean, there's some new stuff, but a lot of it is stuff they've already gone over, and you can kind of sense his frustration. So she eventually tells him,
Yep.
after she's explaining the gift card thing, she starts out by saying she doesn't know if those were gift cards or not. But then when he kind of gets her to be more specific, she says, well, no, she does know that they were gift cards because she saw them. So it's just confusing when she does that. It's almost like she's just trying to find something to talk about or keep in contact with him and kind of feel him out on some topics. And then because it's just that's the impression I get through almost all of these phone call interviews. Part 5 is different. That one has a lot of interesting stuff, but on the phone calls, it almost seems like she's just trying to get kind of a read on him. So she
I
again
agree.
tells him that she thought it was odd.
I agree. Oh, look at this, the gift cards. Yay. We're about to bring up the gift cards. I agree that, I think that a lot of it is that she doesn't really want to talk about the case because it's incriminating and because she was involved. But because she's the mistress, she has to come up with something. And because she's also texting Kevin at 2 in the morning and bothering him about this, she has to be able to say something, right? And so every time that Kevin asks her, okay, so what's next? Okay, what else? What else? What else? She has to come up with another story. And so these are the stories that are just kind of popping up in her head at that moment. And so this is why she just goes on a little ramble. But I do think she probably did also take something though before it happened. I don't know. It's just the way that she talks is just very different. She's a lot more animated in this phone call than we've seen or heard her be animated in other interviews. Do we agree? I don't know. You guys let me know. You guys let me know. Unless she's sounded like this in other ones, but I don't think so. I mean, this one is crazy. But yeah, I think she's just buying cognitive time. She's just buying time to come up with something else so that Kevin can just sit there and waste his time.
That she watched Chris pull the baby blue credit card out of his wallet and use that to pay on their lazy dog date of August 11th. He then tries to go back to her previous assertions and prior interviews that they hardly ever went out. She tells him he's mistaken and they did go out sometimes and that she has those dates for him. She says to Agent Kobach that she's not sure what Chris was thinking. She can't even begin to think like that man because he lies so much. She again brings up the fact that Chris could always speak to her so freely on the phone and that she never saw any signs that he had to hide anything. And she keeps going to this as this proof to Agent Kobach that, well, I thought, everything was that they were split and done. And the proof is she keeps going to this. See, look over here. He could talk to me and she never interrupted her. He didn't act like he had to hide our conversations. Well, obviously, this comment always annoys me because spoken about in almost every interview, she's fully aware that Shanann and the girls were in North Carolina for 6 weeks that and whole time. So obviously he could speak freely. And when they weren't at work together, they were usually just, outside of a few hours after work when he would work out and she would work out and all that stuff and he would eat dinner and take care of Dieter. They would be together.
Right, yeah. Look at this. She makes lists but can't remember a phone call the night of the murders. Yeah. And we just saw all of Shanann's posts. So Shanann is constantly posting what she's doing, where she's at, where she's going next. And my belief is that Nichol knew all of this because she was stalking her the whole time. The whole time. I mean, if she's Googling her in 2017, then I think it's safe to assume that she kept Googling her after, right? While she was dating her husband. Let's continue.
Starts talking about the dates that they went out and that she's written them down for Agent Kobach. And just, in my opinion, for someone who's clearly not stupid and researches and observes every detail of things, she's quite forgetful.
Right. I agree. right? For someone who is not stupid, for someone who observes and remembers every single detail about her man, I think it's very, very naive to believe that she doesn't remember everything else, right? That she genuinely just forgot the 111-minute phone call, all the reasons that she went over his house, the reason that she was there at 6:16 in the morning, and basically everything else. I think it's very unbelievable, especially from someone like Nichol Kessinger. She remembers where they sat at BJ's restaurant. She remembers how many pounds he lost in 5 weeks. She knows about his macros, his intake, his favorite color. I mean, everything. She knows everything about him, including if he has a 401k, his finances, his favorite hobbies, his shirt size, everything. But she doesn't remember all of the basic details about the case. Come on.
Full on certain parts. And in an effort to be somewhat objective sometimes when I'm making these, I really do try to put myself in her shoes as much as I can. And I think, all right, well, I'm ADD, I'm really forgetful, but she doesn't strike me as that kind of person, especially in the line of work she does as well. She seems very detail oriented and controlling and micromanaging. So if I put myself in her shoes, and I'm sure you guys could do it too.
Yes. Yes. Putting yourself in her shoes. Just be as petty as she is, right? If you're not, right? If you are not petty like Nichol Kessinger, sometimes yeah, it could be hard, but just try it. Just be petty for a day. Just be like, would I do this? Would I be so upset at him driving the Lexus to my apartment? Yeah, I would be. I would not even want to see it, right? If I want to be as petty as she is, which it's something that I have to do as I am making this documentary, I have to put myself in their shoes. And as I'm out there, I have to think, what would I do if I was Nichol Kessinger? What would I do if I was Chris Watts? And you just have to be petty. You just have to hate everything that involves his wife. And once you feel that, everything else kind of falls into place, right? I think everything else is just easier to kind of, figure out why she's lying or why she's omitting certain, answers or certain details. It's because she's very petty, right? So yeah, try it. Try to put yourself in her shoes. But look at this. Why did he say several times, if only he went to the Rockies game? He has said this so many times. I've brought it up in so many of my other videos. This is where Chris tells his dad, right? They're driving on the way to the police station, and he tells Ronnie, "Oh, I just should have just gone to the Rockies game." He says it over and over. I should have just gone to the Rockies game. Why does he say that? The other option was going to the Lazy Dog with Nichol Kessinger, but he says, I should have just gone to the Rockies game. Well, he could have, but it looks like he didn't really have a choice, right? Because had he just gone to the Rockies game, that means that he wouldn't have gone to the Lazy Dog, meaning that his family would still be alive had he not gone to the Lazy Dog with Nichol Kessinger. That is a huge detail because that tells us that the Lazy Dog is what really did it for him, right? And this is why, oh, where did my calendar go? This is why I think that the Lazy Dog dinner was really the day that they were just making sure that the plan was working, right? I think that that whole night that they were there, they were talking about it. They kept going over, things that can go wrong, her role in it, his role in it, the time frame, all of that, all of it, and trying to get it to be near perfect. That is just my opinion. Again, I think the Lazy Dog was the planning day. Right, exactly. Yeah. Yes, exactly, Shelley. Yeah, the Lazy Dog was no return. That's it. That was the point of no return. So what happened at the Lazy Dog? Why is this so important? And why does Chris say, I should have just gone to the Rockies game? And this is the other question that we have. Because if she's lying about the Lazy Dog, she's also saying that she went to one Lazy Dog and then she didn't like the menu, so they went to another one. But then what's the point of the Lazy Dog then? Maybe NK put something in Chris's drink at the Lazy Dog. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, they would have planned it on another day. Yeah. Ultimatum. Yeah, definitely. Eric. Back from work distraction. Yeah, work is so distracting, isn't it? It's just so inconvenient sometimes. All right, where are we at with the poll? What is wrong with NK? She's manic. Oh, look, no one thinks she's thriving. 31% think she's on crack, and 10% think she had too many yerba mates that day. Notice the lazy dog just a few days after they found out Oxy didn't work on Nico. This was for Plan B. Plan B. Oh, wow. Hang on. Here, let's pull up the calendar again. Eric. You should submit a complaint. That's what you should do. Submit a complaint. Okay, here, let's look at this. Okay, so the lazy dog was on the 11th. Wait, when was the. Right, look at this. So Chris went to the ultrasound on the 8th. 3 days later, boom, lazy dog. I see that. I do see that, Boops. What do we think? Okay, poll question. All right, this is going to be a question for you guys. What do we think? Do we think that the lazy dog was Plan B because Chris went to the ultrasound and saw that baby Nico was still alive? This is so, this is just awful. Yeah, the 8th. Yeah. It was on the 8th. Let's see. Yeah, so on the 6th, they were still in North Carolina. They flew back. And then on Wednesday, the 8th, they went to the ultrasound. And it's also the same day that Nichol Kessinger gave Chris Watts the key. Look, Chris sleeping in the basement. The 8th is a pretty important day, isn't it? Sleeping in the basement, going to the ultrasound. He canceled his Facebook. He changed his photo to the dunes. He already knew, right? At this point, he already knew. Oh, my future is her. My future is Nichol Kessinger. By the 8th. Wow, what a scumbag. God, he's so disgusting. I can't believe this. Oh my God, I can't. Right, you can't put anything past these monsters. All right, so lazy dog. All right, what do we think lazy dog really was? Okay, so what do we think lazy dog? Okay. Okay, so the first one was going to be Plan B. Ugh, I hate writing this. It's just, the first one is going to be Plan B because Chris found out that the baby is still alive. And then the other option is going to be. The second one's going to be the plan, right? So a separate plan. Or what? Or do we think it's the same one? Should we consider Plan B the same plan, right? So just planning. Okay, let's just go ahead and do that. Plan B is going to be the plan, period. Okay, and then the last option is going to be, what do we think? What is the last option? Question. Could the thank you for being honest email have been Chris telling her Shanann was pregnant? Yes, Nini. Yeah. Yeah. I do think so. I've asked this question before. To me, I think that it was Nichol asking him to be, honest with her about his relationship with his wife and kids. But I think that Chris lied to her at that point. But I do think that the honest email was about Shanann and the girls. I don't know, or maybe even about the pregnancy, but I think that Chris still lied to her. Okay, let's just go ahead and do. Okay. Let's go ahead and do this poll. All right. What do we think the lazy dog really was? Plan B, right? So plan A was to basically poison Shanann so that she can lose the baby. Oh man. And because she didn't lose the baby, that was plan B. To eat chicken and carrots? I don't think so. To watch the games? I don't think so. No inclination. Last one. All right. Maybe the Rockies was the grave dig? How long gone was the pregnancy when the email was written? Oh, it's right here. Okay. So the email is right here on the 5th and then the 12th. The pregnancy video, look at this. The baby video was the Tuesday prior. So Tuesday was the baby video. The following Tuesday on the 5th, Nichol Kessinger sent out an all hands email. And then on the 12th, we see the same all hands email, right? Because we see it's in the same thread, same email thread. This on the 12th is when she says, "Thank you for being honest with me. Honesty is so or what is it? Underrated or over? What is it?" She says something stupid. Oh, it's just like so underrated in our culture. Please. And I think that he lied to her. All right, guys, let's go ahead and continue with a little bit more of this video. We're not going to be able to finish it. We're not going to be able to finish it. We'll have to finish it on Sunday.
If something this huge and traumatic happened, you're not going to not go, oh, wait, August 4th or July 4th? Or wait, did we go out on August 11th? Oh, wait, I'm on the wrong month in my calendar. You know that August 11th was a Saturday. You know that August 12th was a Sunday. First of all, we're only about a week out. And second of all, these dates are going to be burned in your brain. So right there, she, to me, shows her hand in all these forgetful of the dates. She knows exactly and has it all written down what dates were when and where they went when.
But on Sunday, I think it was Sunday the 5th, I think.
July 5th?
Yeah, that's what I meant. I'm sorry. I'm glad that you're paying attention to this. Yeah. So I think July, I'm going to start at the beginning.
Okay.
So I went out of town for my birthday. I came home on July.
Yeah, you should be paying attention to NK. What is this? I'm so glad you're paying attention. You're the one telling the story, Nicole. She's the one who had this full affair with this man and she's not paying attention to her own storytelling. It's BS. It's deflection. Another one of her excuses.
July 3rd, which is the night of my birthday. On the 4th of July, I went over his house in the morning and then
She's so freaking
and helped him with his meal plan thing. And then after that, I went to the 4th of July Rockies game with one of my friends. And then on the
Rockies game with my friends. Here, let's go ahead and listen to that again, where she says, I'm glad you're paying attention. They got the date wrong. Okay, so she is talking about the 5th, but not the 5th of July. I think she's talking about the 5th of August, right? That's what she's talking about. Or maybe another day, but I don't know. At this point, I think he brought her back to July. And that's why she says, I'm glad you're paying attention, because I think she messed up in her storytelling. What do you guys think? I think she messed up somewhere. Let's go ahead and listen to that again.
Sunday, I think it was Sunday the 5th, I think.
July 5th?
Yeah, that's what I meant. I'm sorry. I'm glad that you're paying attention to this. Yeah. So I think July, I'm going to start at the beginning.
Okay.
So I went out of town for my birthday. I came home on July 5th.
Okay. She said, I think it was Sunday the 5th. Sunday the 5th is a real date in August. And there is no Sunday the 5th in July. And there is no Sunday the 5th in June. So I think she was right. She was telling the right story. Okay. I think, because again, I don't believe that Nichol Kessinger that she doesn't remember things. I think she knows exactly what date and what time because she knows everything else. And this is the man of her dreams, okay? So how is she not going to remember exact dates? BS. So she was talking about the real date, which was Sunday the 5th, But then Kevin derails her and says, "Are you talking about July 5th?" And she says, "Oh, yeah, yeah, sure. Let's talk about that instead." And now she's talking about July. And she's saying, "Oh, I was out of town." So again, Kevin, just be quiet, bro. Shut your face. Let her talk. Ugh. This is what, again, right? I give Kevin credit when he deserves the credit. But I think that for the most part, Kevin just messed up the entire investigation, or at least her interviews, because he cuts her off right when she's about to tell on herself. Why would you do that? She was about to tell on herself. She's about to talk about what she was doing on Sunday the 5th when Chris and Shanann were out of town. But he derails her. Classic Kevin. What do you think? Do you think he derailed her? I think he did. She was going to say something else, I think.
Sunday, I think it was Sunday the 5th, I think.
July 5th?
Yeah, that's what I meant. I'm sorry. I'm glad
That's
that you're
what I
paying
meant.
attention to this.
You see, she goes, "Oh yeah, that's what I meant." No, no, she didn't. She meant August the 5th. What was she about to tell us? We were so close, you guys. She was about to tell us what she was doing here. But
On Sunday, I think it was Sunday the 5th, I think.
July 5th?
Yeah, that's what I meant. I'm sorry. I'm glad that you're paying attention to this. Yeah. So I think July, I'm going to start at the beginning.
Okay.
So,
right, and then that's why she then starts in the beginning, because she's like, "Oh yeah, sure, yeah, let's not talk about August 5th. Let's go back to July, since you're the one that wants to talk about July." So now she starts over and says, "Yeah, let's go ahead and start over. I was out of town that week." And now she's talking about July because Kevin brought her to July. Kevin, come on. Oh, guys, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the super chats. Here, I didn't want to miss them. Video May 29th. Yeah, Chris was with Nichol that day before June. Yes, thank you so much, Jessica. On the 29th, Chris was with NK that day. On this day? It is kind of weird though, right? When he walks in, I think that he is already either flirting with Nicole, talking to Nicole, right? Because he walks in and he does not seem happy. I mean, he's already not happy. He seems weird. He's like, "Oh shit," right? That is the impression that I got from him. He walks in and he's like, "Oh, damn, I'm already talking to this other lady." That's what I think. Eric, thank you so much. Oh, thank you so much, guys. Thank you all. NK definitely needs to be an example for detectives to study. Yeah, I agree with you. I think that this whole case should be a case study for everyone to study. The way that it was handled, the way that Nichol Kessinger lies, and the way that the detective just kind of lets her ramble. That should be a case study.
I went out of town for my birthday. I came home on July 3rd, which is the night of my birthday. On the 4th of July, I went over to his house in the morning and helped him with his meal plan thing. And then after that, I went to the 4th of July Rockies game with one of my friends.
Yeah. So she started talking about something irrelevant. Yeah, then I went over to his apartment or his house, and then I went over to the Rockies game with my friends, right? Kevin gave her an out. She was about to talk about what she did here, and we'll probably never know because of Kevin. Thanks, Kevin.
And then on the 5th, I think it was the 5th, I don't remember, we went to go see a movie. And we went to the movie theater that is up by that lazy dog, I think, on 144th and I-25.
That is the AMC by the lazy dog. That is the AMC by the lazy dog. 100 and... What?
I don't remember. We went to go see a movie.
Movie.
And we went to the movie theater that is up by that lazy dog, I think, on 144th and I-25.
What movie did you see?
that new Jurassic Park movie. I don't know what it's called.
What is going on here? Hold on. What is happening here? She's talking about a movie. And then she says the lazy dog, right? What there's an emphasis on the movie and the lazy dog. Why is she saying it like this? And she's right. Yeah, the lazy dog on 144th off of I-25, that is the lazy dog that is next to the AMC. So the AMC that she supposedly went to with Chris. And that's also the same lazy dog that they went to the second time. So she's bringing up this same lazy dog twice. When did they take the picture of her in that hideous red flowery dress? Where does that dress fit into their dates? The hideous red flowery dress. Oh, yeah, the dress that it looks like she's wearing potpourri. The potpourri dress. Here, let's go ahead and yeah, she looks like she's right. She smells like a bathroom when someone just like sprayed right after. Don't go in there. I would not go in there if I were you. Yeah, I had to spray all the potpourri. Yeah, that dress, is that the one you're talking about? I love the description. See, this is how I know exactly what you're talking about. Love it. I love the descriptions. Here, let's see. Let's see if I can find it. I know what you're talking about. Here, let's look through all of her hideous photos. The hideous red dress. Where is it? Here, I'll put it on the screen. Hideous red dress. I just see her in her bikini, her brown bikini. Is it this one? Is this the hideous red dress, or is there another one? The flowery dress, the potpourri dress. Wait, where is it? Wait, are you talking about the red one or? Oh, here it is. Here it is. Wait, is this it? Hold on. This one? Is this the one we're talking about? Oh my goodness, look at her. Yeah, this one, right? Yeah, it's like a red orange potpourri dress. I don't know why. She didn't wear that to Bandimere or the Sand Dunes, so maybe Shelby Museum. But that's pretty weird to do a glamour shots in the woods. Huh. I don't think she wore this. And okay, because they are in the woods and the museum is up in Boulder, and there's a lot of outdoor activity by the museum, so you might be right. Huh. Yeah, the ear. Here, there's the other one too, right? So that's the one she's just kind of looking off. And then there's the one where she's smiling back at him. Oh my goodness. This one? Hey. Get my good side, Chris. Her in her potpourri dress. The devil ears pop out. Oh my gosh. You guys are funny. Oh my god, you guys are hilarious. Yeah, this one, right? I don't know. What do we think? A tablecloth. It does look like a tablecloth, right? The springtime. It's the spring collection at Bed Bath and Beyond. Yeah, that's probably why they went bankrupt. This is what they were selling. Oh my god, Debbie. She's so top heavy. It's a good thing she didn't go over the Wow. Wow. You guys beat me with these roasts. Wow. Yeah, it looks like she is on a bridge, right? She's on a bridge. Yeah, yeah, here, let's go ahead and make it smaller. Oh my goodness. Oh man. Yeah, she's on a bridge. Oh man, I want to find this bridge. We got to find this bridge. We got to find the bridge, guys. All right. I'm determined. I got to find this bridge. Okay. Wow. Look out below. 4. Oh man. Do you think those are real or those are implants? Oh, we've completely deviated off topic, guys. Oh man. Uh, okay. Here, let's go ahead and see where our poll is. Do we think the lazy what do we think the lazy dog really was? Oh man. Okay, 77% think oh wow. I am choking. Oh, timber. Okay, let's go ahead and end this poll. Oh man. Okay. What do we think the lazy dog really was? Plan B? Right? 77%. So the majority of us think it was plan B. 16% say no inclination, 5% say to eat chicken and carrots, and 2% say to watch the game. Huh. Jessica, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the info and for the super chat. Rocks, I'm in Colorado. It's probably the bridge on the Riverwalk in Boulder. The Riverwalk. Wait, I think you're right. There is a Riverwalk right by. There's a Riverwalk right by the museum. Ah, awesome. Jessica, yes. The Bridge of Lies. Yes, you guys, thank you so much. The Riverwalk. Here, let's look up the Riverwalk. Oh, man. All right, the Riverwalk in Boulder. I think it might be. I think it might be. Look at this, you guys. Look at that. Does it kind of look like it? Look, Riverwalk in Boulder. Ah, I used to work up there. Oh my God. Wow. Huh. Thank you. Thank you so much. See, this is incredible. This is incredible. I think we are narrowing down even what she was wearing for her dates. That shit's crazy. Oh my. Oh my God. Oh, this makes me so happy. I am so excited right now. Just like I sound just like Nicole when she's talking about Chris and his sleep. Oh my God. He just never let me sleep. Yeah, that's how I am right now. Just going crazy. Look, we're narrowing down even what she was wearing. That's crazy. It's possible. Yeah, it's possible that on the day of the Shelby Car Museum, she was wearing that dress, and they also went. Oh my God, they also went to the Riverwalk. Oh my God. Here, we need to add it. We have to add this. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna put an asterisk until it's proven. Holy shit. This is so incredible. I love this. Thank you so much. Jessica, thank you so much for that. And all the questions. I mean, Boobs, you brought it up, so thank you. Oh my God. All right, Riverwalk in Boulder. We're gonna put it in red. And we'll just leave it here. All right, so now look at this. Wait, did I put it on the wrong day? Oh man, I did. Shit. Oops. Sorry, guys. Here, I'm gonna delete it, put it on the right day, which was on the 14th. Oh no, what's going on? Okay, here we go. All right. All right, so the Riverwalk in Boulder. Wow. All right. So now we have more things that were going on the 14th. So the same day that she pinged, look, Fred or Shelby, Riverwalk, ping, Bistro, Chris logged into his Facebook, and it's also the same day that Shanann posted the photo of baby Nico's outfit. Wow. That's amazing. Wow, guys. All right. Well, unfortunately, I have to leave it here. Okay. We're going to leave it here. Is Riverwalk near what the restaurant that Chris Googled on the 14th? Let's see. That's a good question. Yeah. Well, yes, right? Chris searched a bistro. He searched bistro and then Riverwalk. So all of this had to have been happening around the same area at the same time. And she was even wearing that tacky looking dress. Oh man. Is Riverwalk near? Yes. Yes, it is. Boops. God. Yeah, that's the same kind of picture when you find it. Yes, take the same kind of picture. Oh yeah. Like that. Unfortunately, I don't have the same dress, so I won't be able to do a full recreation of it or reenactment of it, but I'll try my best. I'll try my best to find a tacky dress to wear. Oh man. All right, guys, but I do have to leave it here. It's already 2:12. I gotta get ready for my other live stream on my other channel. So if you guys do want to still hang out and talk some more, talk some more shit or whatever you guys want to do, right? You guys can join me on my other channel. It is Rabbit Hole Rocks Live, and I'm going to be live in about 45 minutes at 3 p.m. But yeah, thank you guys so much for joining this live stream. We have gotten through so much more, and I'm just really happy right now. I'm so excited. I don't know if you guys can tell. I am. Oh man, thank you so much, Jessica. Thank you so much. All right. I just want to thank everybody for the super chats, everyone who is helping with the channel. Thank you so much, Lucky. Lucky, thank you so much. Say hi to Roly Poly for me, please. Jessica, thank you so much. Lucky, thank you so much again. Steffa, man, my throat. Steffa, Jessica, thank you so much. Oh, look at this. Did NK stalk Shanann in person without Shanann noticing? Huh. Possibly. That's a really good question. That's a very good question. It's possible. I wouldn't put it past her. Jessica, thank you so much again. Eric, thank you so much. Hot chocolate lover, thank you so much. NK's voice, oh my God. Oh my God, how can anyone tolerate her? Thank you. Jessica, thank you so much. Jessica, Boops, and Jessica, thank you guys so much for the super chats. And here, let's just go ahead and do the jewels. Thank you. Thank you so much. Tiger, Sherry, Tiger, Soily Blue, Nidia, thank you so much. Tiger, Soily Blue, and Ratitude. Thank you guys so much. Thank you so much for all the support. You guys are amazing. And of course, thank you for all the questions that you bring to the chat and all of the incredible new details that we have added to our calendar. Yeah, we have a lot of work to do. I have a lot of work to do. I need to find a disgusting dress. I have to go to my nearest, I don't know, thrift store, or maybe not, right? I just need to go to the nearest landfill and find myself a potpourri dress. I think that's going to be probably the hardest part of this all, but hey, we'll get through it. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining today's live stream. Thank you so much to my moderators, my members, and my subscribers. And of course, if you like this live stream, please, please, please go ahead and subscribe. Subscribe, like, comment, share, all the good stuff, hype. And please, let's go ahead and get to 10,000 subscribers, guys. We are so close. As soon as we get to 10K, we're going to have merch. We're going to have some merchandise. So yeah, really excited. All right, guys. Thank you all so much, and I will see you guys on Sunday. Bye, guys.